I want to bring it back home, though. It appears there are rules for thee guys, but not if you're the VP. And we know this because there was an exposure at the White House, and this is the science White House that makes sure that at every turn they're following exactly what the CDC is saying, or that's what they say at least. Now, Jen Psaki, we're going to play the clip in a moment, but first we want to show you what has transpired since the clip. Now, she claimed that the Vice President Harris, who was exposed to COVID, wore a mask inside before Judge Jackson's confirmation ceremony. But now we have video that shows otherwise. So here's some video from the White House inside of what was going on. Remember, there's this whole inside-outside. So the White House released this video. And you just saw a quick clip of it. We don't have to show the whole thing. Show the screen grab of the relevant portion as it pertains to the vice president. Because if you look closely, and I don't see any masks inside the Oval Office, and that is the inside portion of what Jen Psaki was saying. Of course they were wearing masks inside. So that came out this weekend. Here's what Jen Psaki said to Peter Doocy on Friday. The question is, what did she know about that meeting, and was she intentional in lying about it? Listen.
Is there a carve-out in CDC regulations for COVID for the vice president?
Tell me more, Peter. I'm sure this is going somewhere.
The CDC says for people exposed to COVID, up to date on their COVID-19 vaccinations, do not go to places where you are unable to wear a well-fitting mask. So why is she here at the White House today giving the new Supreme Court justice a big hug with no mask?
You mean when she gave her a hug outside?
Yes.
She was outside.
Does the CDC say that people who are close contact can give people hugs outside?
We know, Peter, that outside you can benefit significantly being outside. That's why we had the event outside today. I will tell you that the vice president has been wearing a mask inside. When there was a private greet, they were all wearing masks before they went up.
Wearing a mask yesterday at the Senate.
She was playing an important role in confirming or overseeing the confirmation of the first black woman to the Supreme Court.
So this is not a case of rules for thee, but not for VP.
In fact, the vice president wore a mask inside today when she was both with the president, with her staff, other people. She was outside at the event. She was socially distanced for 99.9% of the event today, and she had an emotional moment, which is understandable.
Man.
Yeah. So there's an emotional moment carve-out for COVID,
Yep.
which is really interesting. You know, there's so much going on here. She obviously knew that Kamala Harris was not wearing a mask inside. I can't believe that she did not know that. Of course, all of us think it should be fine for Kamala not to wear a mask. The problem is that this administration continues to force us to mask on airplanes, in airports. More importantly, people have been fired because they have refused to or had legitimate reasons for not following COVID CDC mandates. We're going to have someone on in just a little bit, talking about and trying to represent people who have been fired from their jobs. And don't forget, again, this is not an exercise in going, oh, look how hypocritical she is here and he is there. We've seen this for 2 years. People couldn't invite people to their weddings, to their funerals. There are old people that languished by themselves, not dying of COVID, but dying of loneliness in nursing homes. These people impacted other people's lives with their rules that they obviously don't think are serious enough for them to follow.
I just don't think you have kept an exhaustive list. If you'd kept a list, you'd know there is a Feeling the Spirit carve-out.
That's true.
There's a Tony
That's right.
carve-out. There is, I'm losing track. I think there's a French Laundry carve-out as well. I'm not sure on that one.
Hair salon carve-out.
Oh, definitely hair salon carve-outs, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Feeling Emotional. And you notice how she threw in, by the way, the first black woman appointment to the Supreme Court? Because that was designed to play upon emotion. That was supposed to put Peter on his heels. You see, this isn't about this, Peter. It's about, let me throw a word at you and maybe you'll get intimidated because you'll understand the gravity of the moment. It's just, you're right, Rachel. Also, the takeaway for me is just the quantity and obviousness of the lies. And as George W. Bush bungled once, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You think the lies are relegated to COVID? No.
But can I just say one thing? Here's why they did this. Here's why Kamala didn't wear the mask. Because we've seen them virtue signal with the mask at all kinds of weird places, getting onto helicopters and other outdoor events, and, you know, at NATO meetings where they should look tough, and then they're wearing masks. I mean, the reason why they did this is the only win that this administration has. The only promise they can deliver on is that we got the first black woman onto the Supreme Court. And they needed the photo op of Kamala showing her pride and her emotion. And so for politics and for photo ops, they can take their mask off. This is all so insulting to the people who right now can't put food on the table for their families because they've been fired from their job because they couldn't follow a COVID mandate for lots of very good reasons. So there you go.